Now by now you probably know the PS5 is absolutely awesome, but in order to make the most of those incredible graphics, let's put it on an incredible TV that really does them justice. In this video we're going to be looking at 5 of my favourite games displayed on one of my favourite gaming TVs. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and click the notification bell to get my next video first. Now in order to really show you the game's true potential we need a really good TV, and in this video we're going to be using the LG QNED99. This is a 75-inch mini LED TV. It's absolutely stunning, it's got amazing peak brightness, but it's also got many dimming zones, and that means it's able to deliver incredible black level detail. It also features the Game Optimizer, which is on LG's range of 2021 TVs this year. It gives you far more control than ever before over the game selection. Right, let's get started now on the games. The first game we're looking at today is Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart. Now, this without a doubt is my favourite game. I've put the best one first because I thought why wait until going through a whole load of others. This is just incredible on this TV. Now, I don't think there's been a better game which truly demonstrates everything that the PS5 can do. It's incredible in terms of its motion, its colours and also its audio. But what you do need is a good TV to display it on. And you've got the ability to go into performance mode with this game and you get 60 frames per second. Now I know that that's not 120 frames per second, but 60 frames per second on this is still incredible. So this game just gives you the most incredible visuals and really takes advantage of the enhanced lighting and ray tracing that the PS5 offers. The detail in the HDR content is just incredible. The other thing that this game does is it handles blacks very well. Now you do need a TV that can do the same. So an OLED TV or something like this mini LED TV, as you can see the black level detail is absolutely exceptional. This is one of those TVs that the better the quality of content that you put into it, then certainly the better the end result. Not only are you getting incredible graphics, but you're getting the advantage of 3D audio tech on this as well, and the feedback that you get on the controller is absolutely stunning. This, as I mentioned earlier, was really probably one of the first games where I thought, wow, the PS5 is just another level of console. What's your thoughts? Have any of you played this game? Is this one of your favourites, or do you think I'm going crazy? Let's move on to the next one. Next up for me is one that I was anticipating the most, and that is FIFA 22. This is really the first time that the FIFA franchise have been able to draw on the extra power of the PS5 to deliver what is quite a visually stunning game. It starts off with an intro sequence which looks absolutely amazing. I'm not really sure it serves much of a point, but it just shows off the capability of the game. And again, on this TV with the added brightness and the rich black detail, it does look absolutely fantastic. But in fairness, it's really in the gameplay and the stadiums that again takes this to a new level. And it just takes it and ratchets it up another notch to previous generations. The stadium detail, both the acoustics and visually, are absolutely stunning. It looks incredible. And the detail in the players has also been improved. They just look, in some cases, more realistic than they do in normal video. It is absolutely incredible what they've managed to achieve. Visually, other things that you'll notice is the shadow detail, and when the lights are shining on players it just looks incredible, and also in certain atmospheres you get rays of light coming through, which again just adds to the realism. But in gameplay there has been some big changes as well, and one of the things that I absolutely love is the stamina feedback on the trigger. So as your player gets more and more tired, then it's harder to pull the trigger, and again it just adds to the realism of the game. This, as you can see, is Tottenham beating Man City, and to be honest with you, that's a normal thing, it happens most years, but as you can see with the player celebrations you get a good idea of how well they're looking. Now, those of you that have been playing FIFA for years and years and years probably won't notice incredible differences within the actual gameplay. It's just, again, a marked level of improvement. But it's in the stadiums and it's in everything else which all adds together to make this just an incredible game. You can see the stadium reacting as to events that are happening on the pitch. And this time it feels like it's more in real time than almost just being played in the background. It really does feel authentic and it looks brilliant. So I would say that with the PS5, anyone who really wants to experience the quality of that machine, then Put that on a big TV like this LG QNED99 and you'll have an incredible experience, and you'll certainly enjoy, as I did when we won 11-1, you'll enjoy the experience of FIFA 22. Now, I specifically waited a few days for this game to come out so that I could include this within the actual video, because one of the things that I noticed in all of the material that had been released in the build-up to this game being released is that it just looked absolutely amazing, and even in this video it doesn't come across truly how good this game looks. Now, I'm not going to give you any spoilers about this game because I know it's a brand new one, but what I would say is that it is just stunning. Everything about the gameplay, but mainly the way that the whole thing feels and looks. There's certain scenes where you're like going past the sea, the ocean, and you can see the ocean moving in the background that you... Oh yeah, sorry, but I just accidentally set fire to the horse there, so sorry about that. But anyway, there's scenes that you just do not realise the level of detail and how they've utilised that extra power of the PS5 to make things just even more believable. If you look at this scene, for instance, and you look at all of the trees that are just moving with just some slight variations, and it doesn't seem to be on just a repeated loop, it does seem to be a different type of algorithm, which again just gives more realism. And also the lighting, as you can see, you've got the orange light at the beginning, but you're still getting some cloud detail in the background, and again that helps that you're on a good quality TV, because you might lose some of that if you were on just a bog standard one. But it's an incredible game, and I definitely recommend you check it out for yourselves. Next up, I didn't want to ignore the game that comes preloaded onto the PS5, and that's Astros Playroom. Now, this is really a window into the capability of the PS5, both in terms of how it feels in gameplay, but also the graphic capability. Now, you hook that graphic capability up to an incredible TV like the LG QNED99, and you just get a match made in heaven. There isn't a better game that will demonstrate to you, well, probably other than Ratchet and Clank that I showed you at the beginning, but that will give you a free example of the colours, the detail, the incredible graphics, and also that gameplay. From the DualSense controller and the haptic feedback to the bright, vivid madness of these four worlds that you navigate and go from platform to platform. You can see the incredible detail in the reflections, in all of the things that are happening, from the leaves falling off the trees to the clouds in the background. It just looks insanely good. I think it is important with this type of technology that is in the PS5 and the graphic capability to have those displayed on the best possible TV that you can afford. Just go for whatever is the best that you can afford, and think about the brightness levels and also the dark scenes. Talking of darker scenes, there are plenty of dark scenes in our next game, which is SpiderMan Miles Morales. Now, this is a game that has performance written all over it, and the first thing that you need to do is to put this into graphics mode performance RT. This still gives you 60 frames per second, but it also adds ray tracing, and that gives you more scene resolution. It gives you a better reflection quality and also background density. There's more people in the background getting up to more bits and pieces, and this will overall give you a far better graphics experience. Now, speaking of graphics experience, we spoke earlier about the movie scenes within these games, and for years there used to be a big difference between the movie scene and the actual gameplay. And this PS5 game, which came out a few months after the launch of the PS5, was probably the first one to take that step between movie scenes and gameplay where they are almost seamless. If you look in this actual scene here, which is obviously part of the movie storyline, it is very obviously just incredibly good looking and amazing, but this, which is the actual gameplay, offers the same amount of detail. Just look at the people running out of the way. Now, this just adds just that believability to the whole gameplay experience. It really is quite stunning. Now, I know this was going to be just a top 5, but there were just a couple of racing games that I wanted to draw your attention to if you haven't already seen them, because again, they graphically just really explore everything that is good about the PS5. This is F1 2021, and not only how accurate the game is in terms of recreating the famous racetracks from across the world, but the gameplay at 120 frames per second is just stunning. Graphically, it looks good. Again, it takes advantage of all the extra power of the features of the PS5, and it is just an absolutely wonderful game to play. Now, if you're looking for something which maybe is even better graphically, then try Dirt 5, because again, it's not necessarily as realistic as the F1 game, but it just looks absolutely fantastic, and the gameplay in it is stunning. So again, these are just 2 extra games that I thought would just bring your attention to. But guys, what games would you be interested in? What games do you think I've missed, and what games do you think are visually the best for a big TV like this on your PS5? So all of these games that you've seen today have been displayed on the LG QNED 8K Mini LED TV, which is the one that you're looking at now. Now, I'll leave a link in the description which will give you far more information about that, and you can check out the latest price of the TV in your location. There is also other TVs. There's other QNED Mini LED TVs. You may consider the QNED99, for instance, which is 4K, has FreeSync Premium, variable refresh rate, and also HDMI 2.1. So there's lots of different choices available for you, and the link will be in the description. If you would like to know a little bit more about this TV, then I'll also leave a link to the review that I did, and that will go into also HDR performance in movies, SDR performance in TV, and it will give you a full breadth of knowledge about how good that TV is. But guys, finally, what is the game that you think looks the best from the PS5 series so far? It's been just over a year. There are some amazing games out there, as we've shown you some today, but what would be your favourite? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video as always, my friends, and I really do look forward to seeing you on the next one.